Hello, this is BlindCamel with Operation Smoking Snakes, turn 4.7 KMT, 4.8 KMT, 4.9 USA. Yeah, this game's just been ripping along. So we'll get right into the KMT turn. There's one correction from the previous video. The Italians, in fact, did not take Free French Morocco so that they could have their transport and port in northern Algeria, which they still didn't take, with a marine and an infantry. Alright, so KMT's turn. KMT has 8 IPP to spend. They're going to buy 2 cavalry and a militia. That's all 8. And thought long and hard about this. I did all the math, and it basically comes down to I'm screwed. So, we're going to not do any combat. We're going to do non-combat. We're going to move this KMT infantry from Shantung to Hunan. Move 1 infantry from Szechuan to Hunan. We're going to move all. I'm going to leave this occupation marker, but we're going to move all the infantry from. Oh no, I accidentally took it dead down with me. So take all these infantry and strategically retreat them into Szechuan. So that will be 9 infantry and 1, 2, 3, 1 cav from Kwichao goes into Szechuan. So 9 infantry and 4 cavalry in Szechuan. 2 infantry in Hunan, and then when we place units, we will place our 2 cavalry in Szechuan, and our militia will go into Nanking. So we've got 3 militia in Nanking. Alright, so that's let's try this again. This is 6 cavalry, 9 infantry in Szechuan, which is still probably not enough to storm anything, but we'll see. Anyway, the KMT will take London's turn and get 8 IPP. Alright, on to the USA's turn. I guess we'll start with tech rolls. The US should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 majors, so we get 7 tech rolls. Those rolls are going to be strategic rockets, heavy strategic bombers, no, sorry, not long-range aircraft. Oh, that's nice. Jet fighters. Oh yeah, those are both 7s. Amphib doctrine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Large ship construction. And so I guess we'll do anti-submarine warfare. And I guess we'll do radar. Man, kind of running out of things to research. Alright, so strategic rockets, that's a 1, that's a miss. Heavy strategic bombers, that's a 12, that's a success. Move up to stage 2. Large ship construction, that's a success. Move that up to stage 1. Jet fighters, that's a 7, that's just a miss. Amphib doctrine, that's a 10, that's a success. Anti-submarine warfare, that's a 12, that's a success. And finally radar to 5, that's a miss. Alright, so US is at stage 2 with 4 technologies. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 7. Alright. Great. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll continue on that success. Anyway, the USA, we had a really good roll on the 5D12 for the Japanese attacking the FEC. So 57 IPP income, which means that we can move our ships, which is great. Yeah, just 6 more gets us to wartime. And I'm just going to say right now, there's going to be a few chances for the Axis to interdict. If they end up choosing to interdict, and if I happen to get up to wartime income, then I will declare war on all the Axis, and I will collect my wartime bonus of 12 IPP. So, you've been warned. Alright, purchases. I'm going to finish that major port in Puerto Rico. I'm going to lend-lease an FEC infantry to the FEC. I'm going to lend-lease a fighter to Free France. Now you might say, Cole, BlindCamel, why are you spending so much money on a fighter that's probably going to get killed next turn? And I just say, well, what choice do I have, really? Either that or say the Free French are as good as dead. So just going to keep trying things, see what happens. Alright, so on to non-combat moves. So, yeah, no combat, non-combat, I can probably move my ships. So, I'm going to move my destroyer 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to strategic naval move my transport 1, 2, 3, 4. Sea zone, what's that? P36. Yeah, I'm going to move all of these battleships out of Pearl Harbor. Don't know why that might be important later, but yeah, I guess I technically can put this destroyer onto escort duty. It's adjacent to a U.S. land zone, so it doesn't have to. It could just not be on escort duty, but it's on escort duty. Just in case that becomes relevant, who knows? Yeah, all these things will stay where they are. And then on the East Coast, let's see how we're going to do this. So we're going to have a destroyer. Okay, I did all of them now. Yeah, we'll see exactly how it goes. So I definitely want this destroyer to go 1, 2, 3. Go on escort duty. Sea zone A45. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Should be able to get one more move from the import, so I'm going to move this. Yeah, I should have done this ahead of time. Anyway, we're going to get a marker for the U.S. fleet, because I just get the feeling we're going to need it. So, the U.S. 5th Fleet, we'll place down here. And basically we're going to put the whole fleet on escort duty, because otherwise I can't move as far as I want. So we have a light cruiser. This destroyer is going to go to Sea Zone A19. I guess along with this destroyer. And then this destroyer will go into the 5th Fleet. And 1, 2, yeah, so the battleship will, the other battleship, and the fleet carrier, which is also going to contain this fighter and this tactical bomber and this seaplane. Seaplane will go on the map. Will it go on the map? Let's see. Can I touch this seaplane? The seaplane's locked. Is this also locked? Good enough. Alright, so the seaplane. So I could go 1, 2. I guess I'll move it to New York City for now. Yeah, I guess I have to. Well, what if I want to? Alright, we're going to move this medium bomber on map. Sea Zone A37. Are we going to do that? No, I guess we'll move it. So we'll move it to Puerto Rico. Oh, that's a seaplane hangar? Wow, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Okay, so we'll move the seaplane down here to Puerto Rico as well. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Alright, so now we've got this heavy cruiser, which is also going to be part of the 5th Fleet. Also, so this whole thing's on escort duty, because again, it has to, if it's not on escort duty, it has to be adjacent to U.S. land territory. But the transports can't go on escort duty. Yeah, so 5th Fleet, 2 destroyers, a light cruiser, a heavy cruiser, sorry, 2 light cruisers, a heavy cruiser, a fleet carrier with a fighter, an attack bomber, 2 battleships. That's all on escort duty in Sea Zone A18. Actually, no. Put this in escort duty. So I guess we'll, yeah. So the light cruiser that was in Texas can't go farther than Sea Zone A18. So do a light cruiser and a destroyer in there, and then we'll take this destroyer, which can definitely reach, and move it into the 5th Fleet. So now there's 3 destroyers in the 5th Fleet. 3 destroyers, 1 light cruiser, a heavy cruiser, a fleet carrier, and 2 battleships. We're going to move this transport to Sea Zone 825. We're going to move the militia into the northeast. That's a new one on you. We're going to move this other militia into the northeast. We're going to move this infantry into the northeast. Then these are all going to stay. So we got 2 transports in port in New York City. We're going to move these 2 coastal subs up 1 to Sea Zone 825. We're going to move this transport 1, 2, I think 3, because of the port. In port in New York City. Yeah, and we have this 1 destroyer. So I guess we, in the end, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we'll move. I'm sure 1 destroyer that was in this fleet can go down to Sea Zone A41 and go on escort duty. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, so that should... I don't know what I did there, but yikes. Alright, so that should do it. We got everything all escorted up. Hopefully that'll be a lesson to the Germans to not try anything suspicious. So now on to purchases. So I already moved the under construction marker off of the major port in Puerto Rico. So now that's gone. Free France fighter. So let's see if it's produced in Washington D.C. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and land in French Morocco. The Italians or the Germans could interdict, but the U.S. gets an income roll from that, which could result in them going to wartime income. So we'll see what Jambaaro and Sosousosou want to do. And then this FEC infantry gets produced in San Francisco. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 to Hawaii. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Guam, passing over this coastal sub, which could interdict if it wanted to. Again, the U.S. gets attack roll. Guam to Luzon, 1, 2, land in Maharashtra. If it can go into Delhi, it will go into Delhi. I guess we'll just put it in Delhi. If it can't make it to Delhi, it'll stay in Maharashtra. But if it can make it to Delhi, it'll be in Delhi. It shouldn't this have a minor factory? Well, maybe not. I trust MadManDan knows what he's doing. Alright, so again, the Japanese can interdict it with this coastal sub if they want to incur the wrath of the Americans. I believe that is everything. I don't think there's... Yeah, the U.S. doesn't have diplomacy roles. I don't think there's anything else the U.S. can do. It's not at war. It's not... Yeah, so that should be everything. This has been BlindCamel signing out.